In today's news, opposition leader to move motion of no confidence. Hundreds benefit from the Higher BVI'S school initiative. First phase of repairs to old admin building commences. Honorable de Castro speaks on hindrances in accomplishing goals. Forbes travel guide to elevate BVI'S guest experience. Happy Pets VI offers surgical and emergency care. Tropical wave brings increased risk of activity. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacoast Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Monday's wish to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast, the political climate in the Virgin Islands is set to intensify as the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton, prepares to move a motion of no confidence against Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley. The motion, detailed in the order paper for the 19th sitting of the House of Assembly scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday, September 3rd, reflects deep concerns within the opposition regarding the Premier's leadership and governance. The motion criticizes Premier Wheatley's management since the formation of his government in April of 2023, highlighting what the opposition describes as a bleak economic outlook and a rapidly declining quality of life for the people of the Virgin Islands. The order paper states that there is a significant, and I quote, lack of public confidence in the Premier's leadership, which the opposition attributes to several missteps and failures in governance. A central point of the contention is the Premier's recent administration in the House of Assembly of the $20 million underestimation in the cost of salary increases for public officials, a financial oversight that the opposition argues will place an undue burden on the territory's resources. This financial blunder is cited as a critical example of what the opposition describes as the Premier's, and I quote, sheer incompetence in managing the territory's affairs. Additional criticisms include the Premier's failure to produce an economic plan for the territory, despite repeated requests from the opposition members. The motion also referenced a number of other grievances, including the lack of inward investment, an absent tourism plan, the stalled development of the Prospect Reef Hotel, and what is described as the continuous squandering of public resources. In concluding their motion, the opposition called for the dissolution of the 5th House of Assembly, urging that the people of the Virgin Islands be allowed to return to the polls to elect a government in which, and I quote, they can place their confidence in. Hundreds of children enjoyed a day of fun and preparation for the new school year at the Higher BVI Back to School Wet Fet event. The annual event held on Saturday, August 31st at the Enid Scatliff Pre-Primary School grounds. Our Kamal Haynes has more on this report.
The annual event, a staple in the British Virgin Islands community, was geared towards providing students with school supplies and a day of entertainment before the 2024-2025 school year commenced. The registered children received a variety of school supplies and took part in numerous activities, including a train station, painting area, jumping tents, water slides, and even a pool. The event aimed to alleviate the back-to-school burden on families while providing providing a memorable experience for the children. Kadian Farquharson, corporate trainer at Higher BVI, emphasized the company's commitment to corporate social responsibility and giving back to the BVI community.
We are so blessed that we're in a position to give back to the community in such a sustainable way, and it would not be possible without partners such as 284 Media and CCT. This year we also have the Wellness Center coming on board, Unite BVI, Vision Sound System, Sotheby's, Diamonds International. I'm forgetting some persons, but it would not be possible without all of them, and we're really grateful that we are able to give back to the community. We have a lot of activities going on, as you can see, and we see persons still coming in, so I know they're all very excited to take part in all of the activities that we have going on this afternoon.
Okay, and one of those groups that I would have seen here this year as well as District 5, the 5th District being part of this year's festivities. Part of the conversation I would have had with them, some 200 registrations would have been completed as it relates to giving to those 200 children of District 5. Overall, how many children in the territory, if you was to give a number, do you believe benefit from this particular initiative?
Oh wow, so for Higher BV alone, we're looking at 300 plus, and there could possibly be some overlap between some of the registrants from District 5 and those who would have registered with Higher BVI. So if we're talking numbers, well over 500 children will definitely benefit from getting school supplies here today. And in addition to that, I want to make particular mention of Unite BVI. They're on board as a sponsor, but they're also here with their 10 talking about their Unite for the Sea initiative, which also impacts a lot more children. So in terms of numbers, it is hard to pinpoint, but it is definitely a significant portion of the territory's children that are going to be impacted here today.
The event also saw participation from several non-governmental organizations, including the District 5 Committee, which incorporated its 5th District Back to School Drive into the festivities. Carol Wilson, Assistant Treasurer of the District 5 Committee Executive Board, revealed that over 200 children from within her district benefited from the drive.
Normally every year, Honorable Kairema and the committee normally does a back to school activity. But this year we decided to join with Higher BVI to make it more exciting and something new.
And we see a long line here as part of this back to school drive. Speak about the work that would have gone into this, because I realize persons have, there's a list and there are persons coming to collect. Speak on that.
To be for more formality, we have put out a registration for parents of the community to register their child at the district office, and then we will have a more list of who would need, because we are giving vouchers for food, apparel, stationery. So not everybody wants all of the same thing. So for formality, we did it that way.
And you would have spoken on registration. Speak on the overall numbers that would have registered in total to come out here.
We have about over 200 registrations.
Additionally, Unite for the Sea, a sponsored program of Unite BVI, contributed to the event. Program coordinator Enya Douglas discussed their involvement and the importance of community support.
Every summer, we're very much involved with young people here in the BVI. We give out water bottles, swim rash guards for the kids, because we're encouraging them to love the ocean so that they protect it. And we sponsor swim lessons for swim schools all around the territory. So not just this territory, but also Virgin Gorda, Yas Van Dyke, Anegada as well. So we sponsor swimming lessons for them. Sorry, it's so loud. Swimming lessons for them, sorry. And we also give them ocean gear to help them in the ocean when they go and engage with the water.
The Wet Fete was further enhanced by various vendors, including Isle Breeze, soft play, and amusement rentals. Owner Maria Drago expressed her excitement about providing amusement services for the children of the territory.
Thank you to the opportunity from Higher BVI to be a part of this year's back to school activity. We're here as a vendor actually, as part of the amusement packages that they're offering, and so we would have come under that regard.
Okay, and this is a very unique business. Speak on how you would have got involved in this. What was the light bulb moment? I said, you know what? Let me import these items into the BVI and start a business of this nature?
Okay, so my company started around the time of COVID. At that time, my children were smaller and we didn't have anything happening in the territory for them. I think at that time, festival hadn't had Coney Island. And so at that time, I would have thought about, this idea came about. I imported the ride and it has taken off from since then. So the idea came from me having to keep my children busy around COVID times, and it turned into a business.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Viewers, up next, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Hi, my name is Judy, VI Motors Operations Assistant, and today I'm here with Ding, one of our mechanics, and we are going to show you how you can check your engine oil level, as it's an essential part in maintaining your engine's health.
First, let's pop the hood. Here's the oil dipstick. We'll pull it out, wipe it clean with a cloth, reinsert it, and pull it out again to get an accurate oil level reading. As you can see, the oil level should be between the minimum and maximum markers on the dipstick. If it's below the minimum, it's time to add some oil. Checking your oil level is simple yet a crucial task. Make sure to do it regularly to keep your engine running smoothly. And remember, if you're not sure about your vehicle's specific oil requirements, always consult your owner's manual or a professional mechanic at VI Motors. We offer a diverse range of top quality engine oils, so visit us at Dove's Bottom or our location at Parks Point, Virgin Gorda, or call us at 494-2496 or visit us on our website at www.vimotors.com.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along. The first phase of the rehabilitation of the historic old administration building on Main Street, Tortola, is set to be completed by November of 2024, following initial delays caused by Tropical Storm Ernesto. Take a look at this report.
This first phase focuses on restoring the building's front-facing facade, which includes replacing structural support members and metallic features to enhance safety for pedestrians and motorists. The project marks a significant step in preserving the historical integrity of the building, which was originally completed in 1866. And has served as the home to various government organizations and agencies, including the Chief Minister's Office, the High Court Registry, and Customs. Mrs. Charlene DeBrio-Letsom, MBE, Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Deputy Governor, emphasized the importance of maintaining such historical structures. She said, and I quote, "The old administration building on Main Street represents a vital period in the history of the Virgin Islands and the public service. We must do whatever is necessary to preserve the history that these walls hold," end quote. Public Estate Manager Floyd Stout echoed this sentiment, highlighting the project as a testament to the government's commitment to maintaining its historical buildings. He noted that a walkthrough with prospective contractors took place in June to discuss the scope of the work needed for the building's restoration. The contract for this crucial or critical rehabilitation work was awarded to GND Construction. As work progresses, motorists and pedestrians are urged to exercise caution in the area. The rehabilitation of the old administration building is part of the government of the Virgin Islands' broader effort to preserve the territory's public estate, ensuring the structure of historical significance continue to stand as testaments to the rich history and cultural heritage of the Virgin Islands. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Minister for Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, the Honorable Cherie B. de Castro, has called on the government's critics to, and I quote, stop misleading the public when it comes to the matters arising from the compensation review public officers. The Honorable de Castro was giving a contribution during the continuation of the 7th sitting of the First House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands.
That the SAP that we have before us today, I believe it is necessary, and I end by commending my team in the ministry alongside the Ministry of Finance and the Minister of Finance. And let me state this unequivocally, that I stand behind my leader. When he doing nonsense, I'd tell you. I don't have to jump on a mic and tell you. I'd hit he lick them in private. I'd tell you why I got to tell you. Because he good disgusting, you see there. When he believe in something, my God, you got to, my God. But I just the same way, so it's fine. But I believe it's appropriate for us to not seek to gain political advantage by errors or mistakes, as we put it, but seek to see how we could work together to be able to push the agenda of the territory forward.
Additionally, de Castro spoke about the conflict in the various systems that hinder ministers from accomplishing their various goals and objectives.
So, Premier, I support this SAP, and I look forward to seeing what the funds allotted will continue to do for the development of the territory. And ultimately, as a government, we're committed to ensuring that we continue to put forward initiatives and plans that reach the heart of the people. And while we have a long way to go, because by no stretch of the imagination are we perfect, or am I pleased with the progress of works? I think we have some systemic changes in the public service that we need to address, and until we address them, we could sit on here with all the plans in the world. You can't get in past a certain point and you're already beyond the middle of the year, and a lot of it has nothing to do with the priority of the minister. It has nothing to do with the passion of the minister or the will of the minister to get things done. It has to do with the opposition that you face because of the inadequacies and the hindrances in the systems that support the public service. Those are the things we have to work to get fixed. And unfortunately, it took a COI to help us to start fixing some of those things. But we are where we are, and I want to issue my continued commitment to the people of this territory, given the portfolio that I have, sitting as a territorial member, to continue to advocate for the needs of all so that we could continue to move this territory forward.
The British Virgin Islands Tourist Board and Film Commission is excited to announce its new training agreement for the hospitality sector with Forbes Travel Guide. With over 60 years in the hospitality sector, Forbes Travel Guide will share their expertise on all aspects of the guest experience that takes a thoughtful, gracious, and varying approaches. The objective is to help strengthen the participants' skill to elevate the guest experience in the territory. FTG's executive trainer is a highly experienced hospitality professional with a global perspective on best practices and trends. Participants will be inspired by training sessions that bring life to the principles of service excellence. The British Virgin Islands will welcome Forbes Travel Guide's executive trainer on the 12th and 13th of November for 2 days of free training on each Virgin Gorda as well as Tortola. Anyone interested, of course, in elevating their hospitality skills is encouraged to register for the training. Additional information about the training, including registration, will be shared closer to the date. Interested persons should visit or contact the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission's Facebook page. Viewers, up next, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye.
No.
In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though.
Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited. As the winds start to whisper of approaching storms, it's time to safeguard your sanctuary.
Hey, have you checked your insurance policy lately?
Not recently, why?
It's very important to check your insurance policy before the hurricane season.
That's a good idea. I'll reach out to my provider and get some information.
Awesome. Come son, let's plan for emergencies together. We're gonna include your favorite comfort kit.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel safer.
We're packing extra medications and extra batteries for your hearing aid.
And by the way, don't forget my glasses.
Okay, Pops.
Alright, let me see. Okay.
What's going on, dog?
What you saying? You good?
You got truck?
How
you on here doing?
I hear trimming some of the branches to make sure they don't cause a frig when the storm come.
Fair point. I gotta go clean out the gutter them down by me so nothing don't build up. You know how that could go sometimes.
Makes sense. That sounds good. We gotta be prepared.
Facts.
Sometimes we get off track, but that's okay.
Yo, thanks for chilling with the dog today, you know.
Man, anytime, you know I got you.
Yeah, but the place so damn hot now. And you know the old people them say when it's so hot, a storm somewhere out there coming.
Listen, I rebuke that in the name of great God of the universe, okay? Let me move these stuff so they don't cause a problem.
Alright, me want my neighbor window get knocked out and tell me son.
Remember, we're in this together. Reach out to your community, lend a hand, and shield each other from the storm's challenges. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along, in a recent community outreach, Dr. Swanson and Dr. Nick Chuddy of Happy Pets VI offered valuable insights into the latest advancements in their pet care, including surgical procedures and emergency care. With years of extensive training and experience, these esteemed veterinarians are dedicated to providing top-notch care for the pets of the Virgin Islands, ensuring that local pet owners receive the best possible service and support for their furry companions.
So here at Happy Pets, we offer a wide range of surgical services, which includes spays and neuters, laceration repairs, tumor removals, or in case of emergencies, if your animal or dog or cat has been hit by a car, we do offer orthopedic surgeries as well.
We also do dentals, teeth extractions if needed. So all your basic surgical needs we can meet, except for things like your air cropping and tail docking.
Both also spoke about the emergency services that Happy Pets VI offers.
So we do offer emergency services outside of working hours, and that would involve you calling us, not sending us a message, but calling us. The emergency services are at $100. That is besides the cost of whatever treatment is needed. So if your pet is experiencing shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, seizures, anything that can be deemed an emergency, you can call us outside of working hours and we will guide you as to how you can come into the clinic, at what time, etc.
And in terms of emergency services as well, What we'd also classify as an emergency is, say your dog is having bloody diarrhea, he's vomiting uncontrollably. If he, again, like I said before, being hit by a car and has a broken bone that needs to be stabilized, that is also what we would class as an emergency.
Or any laceration that may be bleeding profusely and you cannot stop it by just applying pressure for 60 seconds.
Additionally, Dr. Nickchuddy and Swanston spoke about them not offering air cropping and tail docks.
Okay, so as I am licensed as an MRCVS vet, which means I fall under the governing body of the UK Registration Board, I am not allowed to do any tail cropping or tail docking or air cropping, which is classed as animal mutilation under the UK laws.
And I personally don't agree with air cropping and tail docking, so both of us do not do those type of surgeries.
Or offer those services.
We will only do things like tail docking and air cropping if the procedure is needed. Let's say the animal has a mass in that area, or severely infected tail or ear that needs to come off, or lacerations in that ear or tail that we need to surgically fix somehow.
So, for example, in terms of having to tail dock an animal that is in dire need of it, we had a case where a dog was in a dog fight and his tail got entirely infected. And even with medication and bandage change, the tail was not getting any better. In terms of that specific situation, that's where tail docking would be acceptable, because it's not mutilating, because we're trying to save the animal's life and prevent further infection. In terms of air cropping, let's take, for example, a cat that has a tumor on his ears, sometimes called a squamous cell carcinoma. Those that are situations where we can easily crop the ear without causing further damage, and is also helping the animal's health in the long run.
In cases of emergency, the veterinarians provided tips on how animal owners could better help their pets.
In terms of emergencies or triage, if you do have a pet that is just experiencing either excessive bleeding or is having vomiting, not eating, there are things, or even if he's been poisoned, for example, there are things that you can do at home before you get to us that will extend your pet's chance of surviving. Having on hand hydrogen peroxide to help with vomiting or to cause vomiting in case of poisoning, to have activated charcoal that you can give them, which absorbs any type of toxins they may have absorbed. Having stuff like gauze pads or even cotton that you can use to wrap a wound to prevent further bleeding, are also stuff that you can do at home before you get to us. But we do have a free advice on our WhatsApp, or if you can't get us via WhatsApp, you can always call us 345-0491, and we're happy to give you any information or advice of how you can treat your pet in cases of emergency before you can get to us.
To add to that, if you have a pet that you suspect that has been poisoned, the best thing to do is reach out to us first, because not all poisons you should induce vomiting. And also hydrogen peroxide and activated charcoal are given based on a dose rate. So that means the weight of your pet will equate how much your pet gets. So it's best to call us first before you give anything on your own, but have these things at hand in the event that your pet do ingest a toxin.
For the full interview, visit all Tweet4 media platforms. Residents of the British Virgin Islands should brace for increased chances of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight as the tropical wave brings moisture and instability to the region. The Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services has issued a forecast indicating that these conditions will lead to generally cloudy skies and a 50% or moderate chance of thunderstorms across the area. Extending west to Puerto Rico, winds in the British Virgin Islands and the Leeward Islands are expected to be easterly at speeds ranging from 22 to 33 kilometers per hour, with gusts potentially reaching up to 52 kilometers per hour. Now viewers, these conditions are expected to result in choppy seas with wave heights ranging from 0.6 to 2.1 meters, which could impact marine activity. Further south of the Windward Islands down to Trinidad and Tobago will also experience even more severe weather, with cloudy to overcast skies. Showers and thunderstorms are anticipated throughout the day and into the night. Residents in the affected areas are advised to stay informed of weather updates and, of course, to take necessary precautions, particularly in areas prone to flooding or those planning to be out at sea. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at tweet4media.com and our WhatsApp channel, as well as to like us on Facebook at tweet4media and tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Monday. Goodbye.